Man, what's up? What's happening, everybody? If this is your first time tuning in, it's your boy Q Walker, aka Nephew Q, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring my fellas onto the stage. Ain't no need, playing around with it. I got my guy Ralph C in the building. Go introduce yourself one time for the one time,
One time. What's up, world? Let's get it.
and then I got Hot Dog, aka the Hood. Love me, baby. Go introduce yourself, my guy.
BTG Nation, what it is, Monday's your favorite day of the week. Why? Because we here.
We
Because we are
here.
in the building.
We
Speaking
here.
of Monday, it's a huge game that's going on tonight. We have the Gonzaga Bulldogs versus the Baylor Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, the Baylor Bears. It was some exciting. Well, I was gonna say it was some exciting Final Four matchups, but it was only one matchup that was
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, the other one was a flop.
We had the Baylor Bears beating Houston 78-59, and then in the other matchup, Gonzaga won 93-90 over UCLA in an overtime finish, which we will talk about that finish a little bit later on in the show. So we have the national title game, Gonzaga versus Baylor. Ralph, who do you got in this matchup and why?
Man, this is a up in the air kind of pick. You got the two best teams in the nation this year overall. Um, Offensively, I feel like Gonzaga is the better team. I do feel like Baylor does shoot the three ball better. And I definitely feel like they're both good defensive teams, but Baylor to me is the better defensive team. So with that being said, I think it will be a high scoring game. I feel like Baylor will have to play their best game to beat Gonzaga because Gonzaga is a very efficient team, a very good team overall. But I got Baylor winning this game.
Man,
Maybe
give me a score, Ralph.
um, let's go to 80s. I'm gonna say 88 to 83.
88-83. Hot dog. Who you like in this matchup, man?
Man, I've been saying it all year. If the Zags were ever going to win their first title, it's going to be this year. I think this is the best team they've had since they had I can't pronounce the guy, Hachimura, whatever. He plays for the Wizards now.
You know, you talking about yeah.
Yeah, this is the best team they've had since then. I love Suggs, the guy that hit the big game winner the other night. My favorite player on the game is the guy I call Headband. Fear the Headband. Jacob Timme. I love that guy, man. He looked like a dude that come in and lay down some carpet, man. He looked like an old school carpenter, old school Bill Walton.
Yeah.
I really like his game.
He's like your boy Joker, man.
Okay. All right.
Man, I mean, and down low, man, he moves
does,
like
man,
the Joker, man.
Joker is an all-around player. I don't know about Timmy's pass-making abilities, but that is here or there. I am going with the Zags tonight. I've been picking them all year. I like Suggs. I like Timme and Aurora. I just think they've been the team to beat all year. I haven't gave Baylor as much credit as I should have. They've had a great tournament. Not really any close games, I don't believe. They beat the teams down pretty well. So I know Villanova gave them some fits for a while, but they eventually put them away. But I like Davion Mitchell from Baylor.
Yes.
I really like him.
Him and Suggs will battle.
I think Davion Mitchell is the best player on the court tonight going up to the court.
I agree.
Baylor is loaded with seniors. They're loaded with upperclassmen leadership. But with that being said, I'm going with a better coach, better game plan. I'm going Mark Few and Gonzaga get their first title tonight. That's my prediction. Score prediction, I'm going to go 90-81.
90-81. So
it's going to be a high-scoring game, in my opinion.
I was getting ready to piggyback off of y'all too, man. It's going to be a high-scoring game. And you know what the crazy thing is everybody. Well, I ain't going to say everybody. We're predicting a high-scoring game, but watch this game be in the 50s and 60s.
Yep.
Man,
it's going to be a defensive matchup. It's going to end up being a big shot at the end. Watch.
I'm right there with you as far as the scoring. I think it is going to be a high-scoring game. I was looking up some of the stats, and as far as points per game, Gonzaga ranks first in the nation at 91 points per game. Baylor is sixth at 82 points per game. The thing that bodes well for Baylor is they went up against Houston and beat them by 20, and Houston has the second ranked best defense in the nation, and they made it look like it was a high school team out there.
They were hitting threes.
But man, I'm glad you brought that up, Ralph, because they're actually first in the nation in three-point percentage. Baylor is at 41%. And then as far as field goal percentage, Gonzaga's first, Baylor's 15th. So as y'all can see where I'm going with this, it's a pretty even match offensively. Scoring margin, Gonzaga was first, Baylor's third. Assist to turnover, Gonzaga's fifth, Baylor's 12th. So they take care of the ball. So I think it'll be a very, very interesting matchup.
They both take over the ball. They both take care of the ball. They're both great
Absolutely.
teams.
Absolutely.
But
Exactly.
I just
some
think
good point guard play, man.
I'm really disappointed, man. North Carolina didn't give Mark Few a call, man. I'm really disappointed.
We ain't worried about Mark Few. We got our guy, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on too. But I'm backing up with you, hot dog, man. I'm gonna go Gonzaga in this matchup too, and I do think that the winner of this game is gonna have to be in the 80s because it's gonna be a high scoring affair. So
we think it's gonna be.
We think it's gonna be a high scoring affair. So let me get 85-81 Gonzaga.
I like what Andrew said, though. If it's a low-scoring game, Gonzaga's in trouble, man.
I agree with that's Andrew with a good point for once, man. I'm proud of you, man.
but hold on. If it's a low-scoring game, I don't know, because if it's a low-scoring game, that means Baylor's not hitting threes. So it might not bode so well for Baylor if it's a low-scoring game.
But Baylor, you've made it a point that Baylor's a better defensive team, or maybe it was Ralph that made that point. Ralph made that point.
Yeah.
Low-scoring games mean better for the better defensive team. So I'm still with Andrew. I think the better if it's low scoring, Baylor. High scoring, Gonzaga.
Gotcha. And then we got Isaiah. He said give him 80-70.
Talk that talk.
And then Sean Gurton, he said 73-70.
Gurton.
Yeah, it's going to come down to a terrible offensive foul call or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what Gurton's does.
That's what he
likes that. He likes that.
And then let's see here. Then Gurton also said Baylor execute really well.
They do, man. I mean, these have basically been the two best teams in the nation.
These are the two best teams in the country, man.
I mean,
I know everybody was wanting to see.
Absolutely. And they were supposed to play earlier in the season, and the game got postponed or canceled. So
I know bandwagon legend would come on here and probably say Illinois, but they are what I thought they were.
I was riding with Illinois.
Van said the issue is going to be Baylor's ability to drive. So we'll make sure y'all pay attention to that tonight.
Timmy time, baby. Timmy time. No one's driving on Timmy.
And Sean Gurton said, I love the charge call.
Say what I tell you, man. Hey, he's always looking for it, man. Always.
And Vance said he got Baylor by 5. Give me a score, Vance. I know you got Baylor by 5, but give me a score on that.
Yes, sir. Let's go, man.
While we have everybody comment on this game real quick, let me bring up something really fast if I can find it. This is for you, Drew. I don't know if you're watching. Going into tonight's matchup, Drew is actually leading the Beyond the Game Pick'ems. He's in first place right now, so it looks like he'll be coming on the show next week. And he gets to
pick. I am not letting that guy come on here. I don't know who picked Baylor, but let's go Baylor.
He's coming, bro.
So it looks like Drew's gonna go. You run away with the Beyond the Game Pick'em challenge.
Man.
He'll be on the show next week, and I already know he wants to talk about the Brooklyn Nets.
Why did I go with Illinois? I
don't know why either, bro.
Why did I go with Illinois? Why. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You listen to B Legend.
I know.
We let B hype us up.
Didn't let me. Nope. I had Gonzaga from the beginning.
And that's what we get, man. That is what we get. Andrew said yes. Let's see. And then he said second place is his brother. So either way it goes, we was doomed. We was gonna have one or the other on the show next week.
I don't know who the other one is, but I'd rather have him on here.
Oh man, so let's switch the topic a little bit, man. Ralph's guy KD was in hot water last week. And Michael Rapport released a Twitter DM exchange between the two. Man, I would put some of them up here real quick just for the people.
It's pretty graphic.
To look at if you've been living under a rock. Here's some of the exchange between the two, between Michael Rapport and Kevin Durant. If you haven't seen it, Google it. You can read it all through. I'm not going to go through everything everybody said. But Ralph, what was your thoughts when this came out last week?
Again, one of those subjects where we can go so many different ways with it. So I'll start here. I didn't like the fact that he put out private messages for the public to see. I feel like maybe in a way he was trying to expose KD. I don't know what he was really trying to expose. But I didn't like the fact that he was kind of dry snitching in a way and putting the messages out because there were private DMs between the two people. But I will say that KD was a little out of line. KD has a habit of having to go back and forth with everybody who has something to say about him that he does not like. Yeah. You have heard of him having burner accounts where he doesn't want people to know that he's responding, but people know that it's him just by the way that he responds. So he's definitely shown to be kind of sensitive when it comes to subjects, when it comes to people talking or having something bad to say about him, I guess you would say. But it was a little too far for me. Katie definitely should have apologized. I felt like he kind of slightly was like he just was sorry that people seen him like that instead of saying that's not him and that, you know what I'm saying, he was sorry for everything that happened. So it was a little much. Katie definitely owes Michael Rappaport an apology, but I think oh boy was kind of soft for putting the messages out there, if you ask me.
I'm gonna come back to Ralph because I feel like Ralph was holding back, so I'm gonna come back to Ralph. I'm gonna let him, collect his thoughts. I feel like he's holding back a little. But hot dog, man, did KD, was he out of line, man? What's your thoughts on the whole situation?
Man, first of all, I can't stand Michael Rappaport. He's a New York loudmouth guy. I've seen him on TV with the Big Three League. He's always trying to get under someone's skin. He's always just a real smug guy. Just a guy you just want to knock. You just want to punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
But getting to KD, man, I thought KD went a little overboard. But I would about guarantee Michael Rappaport probably goaded him into that, and probably knowing that KD is sensitive. He likes to clap back to people on social media. So I'm sure Michael Rappaport goaded him into that. It's KD's fault for eating the bait. But, man, KD need to just get rid of social media. I don't know who his people are in his ear. They need to tell him, KD, get rid of social media.
I like Andrew, man.
Focus on the basketball game, man. Can you get Andrew's comment back up, please?
He said, Andrew said, Rappaport did what most white people do when they're scared to get their ass kicked. Snitch.
Speak the truth, hey, he said it, I didn't.
Like I said, man, me and Andrew know who Michael Rappaport is. He's a big Giants fan.
Right.
He's always running that mouth, big loud mouth. I'm not a fan of his at all. I hate when Fox Sports brings him on. Skip and Shannon bring him on quite a bit. But my thing
they
about
did today.
They're both at fault.
Yeah.
They're both at fault. Michael Rappaport shouldn't have posted it, should have kept it private. He probably goaded him in, and KD ate the bait. That's where KD's at fault there.
Yeah.
Man, my whole thing is like I said, I agree. Both of them are at fault. More so KD than Michael Rappaport, because Michael Rappaport is known for this. So KD, you already got to be smart enough to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as Rappaport, like that's some old chick stuff. Like, my whole thing is
screenshots.
Hold on, Ralph.
That's some side chick stuff. Like, hey, I'm having your baby. You don't take care of this baby, I'm gonna tell your baby mom I got text message right here.
The thing is, the thing is that it took place in December. Why are you just now saying something about it and showing people? Like,
something must have happened.
Like, and that's what I'm thinking, hot dog. Like, what happened to where you like, well, I'm gonna show everybody, I'm gonna tell everybody now. What? And it's like, come on, bro. Like, that's what we on now. And then KD, like, bro, you gotta be smarter than this, dog. Like, you gotta know.
I'm telling you, man, he got goaded into it.
That's gonna say you gotta be smarter than this. And then I'll say this one, like, I blame Rappaport more than I do KD. KD was like, a person is only going to attack you so much before you start responding. So you got to get off, like you said, who's his people? Take his phone, tell him log off, whatever the case may be.
Get him off social media, man.
My thing is Rappaport, for everybody who's watching, go back and look at the Twitter exchange. KD looks like he's talking to himself. So to me, that looks like Rappaport deleted some of his messages that
I guarantee you.
KD, and just made it seem like KD was just continuously saying stuff to him. And I'm like, nah, bro, It don't look like it. Looked like Michael Rappaport was egging him on and then deleted the stuff he was saying, because some of the stuff KD was responding, he was like, yeah, get your lawyer involved. But there was no conversation from Michael Rappaport talking about a lawyer. So he had to say something beforehand. Like, but yeah, Michael Rapport's an old itch for that. And Kevin Durant, bro, you gotta be smarter than that, dog. So now that I laid it out, Ralph, you can tell us how you really feel, man.
I mean, I think Andrew kind of said it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do, man. I just wish Kate, like you said.
Hey, man, calm down. I ain't never snitched on no in my life, Andrew, and I'm the whitest guy you've ever seen on this show.
But you got to understand, like, you're one of millions of people that are not like you, hot dog. So
you're in the minority, hot dog.
Yeah, you have to kind of look at it like that. But I'm not going to even.
That's why I'm always invited to the barbecue.
Yes, sir.
All the time.
I'm not going to take it much further. I think we've all kind of said the same thing. He was Rappaport was dead wrong for dry snitching, for putting the DMs out there. Like you said, it happened in December, and now you want to put it out there. Like I don't know what he was trying to do, or I don't know if he was. I just don't know the end game and why
Yeah,
he put the messages
yeah.
out there. And I think
Someone.
we shall see at some point. There will be more to the story, but I just wish KD would have handled it different, man. It just makes him look like the bad guy overall.
Hey, man, my thing is, someone commented the comment before Andrew. Why did KD get so mad?
Hold on. This is let me put it up. This is Vance.
There it
Vance's
is.
question is from the initial. So the question from the initial question: why did KD get so pissed? Go ahead.
That's why I want to know.
Yeah.
Well, because it goes back to what everybody was saying in the comments. KD is just so sensitive, and
he is.
The exchange started because KD was on. I want to say TNT. It was after a game, and he was being interviewed by Charles Barkley. The whole crew.
Yep.
And they were asking him questions, and KD's responses were one-word responses.
Yep.
And Michael Rapport said something about that, which KD fired back at him, and then the whole exchange took place. But it's like, bro, why are you that sensitive to why?
No, man.
How long has KD been in the league? What, 12 years?
12, 13 years, yeah.
So you're not a rookie, so you should have built up enough thick skin to where shit like that shouldn't bother you, bro. You played on the Golden State Warriors when y'all had the super team. Y'all got so much hate for that stuff like this should be nothing to you, bro.
Correct.
I mean, you're in the limelight.
I don't know, man. It's pretty bad right now. Getting Harden and Kyrie, and now you got Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge.
It's hard for who?
It's just pretty.
No, it's a two-time champion.
I think the hate this year is towards the Brooklyn Nets. I don't even think it's towards KD.
Absolutely.
But now you see the memes where like you got you need KD, James Harden, all these guys to beat one guy.
Yeah. So I don't think that's more so towards KD. I just think it's more so towards Brooklyn for real. Yeah. I think the KD hate came from when he joined the Warriors because it was like, damn, y'all just lost to them 3-1. They just went to the finals back-to-back, and you joined them. Versus this year, it's like, y'all got Harden, y'all got Kyrie, LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin. Well, goddamn, Brooklyn, what else y'all need, Brooklyn? Yeah. I don't think it's really KD that they're going against. But, man, Daniel just came through, as he got the Zags, so we can already see who he's picking. But we're talking about the KD Michael Rappaport exchange. Daniel, what was your thoughts on the whole issue when it came out last week?
Man, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Michael Rappaport annoys the hell out of me. He's weak as hell.
What did I say? He's a loudmouth New York guy. I can't stand the guy.
So for me, I liked how KD handled it because it's just like this guy. He's literally. I don't even know how he keeps getting the interviews, the TV time that he gets. Nobody likes him. He's not really a legitimate sports guy. I love how KD handled it. I mean, it doesn't make KD look good from a role model perspective, but I don't really think KD cares about being a role model.
I really don't think he does.
Wrong.
That's true.
I think he's not as bad as Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley had thicker skin, and Charles Barkley was actually funny. But I think that KD cares about kids. I just don't think he cares about kids looking up to him. You know what I mean? No. He's not LeBron. So honestly, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. That's kind of how I would have handled it because Michael Rappaport just does so much that I don't like. He just rubs me the wrong way. So the minute that he comments on anything that I do, that's how I would handle it.
Yeah.
So for me, it didn't look good from a media perspective, but I didn't have a problem with how he handled it.
Yeah, we was just over here discussing. We was basically saying that Michael Rappaport, he's the female dog for doing this because, like Ralph said, what's the end game? What's the purpose of you doing this? Like, was you trying to expose KD? Like, what was the whole point of doing this to KD? Like, that's what everybody doesn't understand. It's like, okay, you leak the messages, now what? Like, people gonna start.
All the players are gonna be on his side.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the point? It ain't like players are gonna be like, "Oh, KD, you soft." It's like, okay, like, and we probably would have done the same thing. Like, it doesn't make it right. It's like, okay, I can understand him doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let me get this question up here. I'm gonna ask this to the fellas. I'm gonna start this off with Daniel. Did you have a problem with how the NBA handled it? That's from Sean Gurton.
How did the NBA handle it?
They fined him $50,000.
They fined him what?
$50,000.
Oh, yeah. So KD went to his sock drawer and pulled out $50,000.
Yeah, I mean, we know it doesn't hurt his pockets, but
I don't think the NBA cared, honestly.
They just had to do something, make it
That's
look
what I was
like they
gonna
did
say.
something.
Yeah,
Wanna
Daniel,
take
what's
a
your
few
thoughts?
Because he's a
You think KD should be
superstar.
fine?
Bro, if Tristan Thompson did this, there would be no fun. He's just a
No.
superstar. They expect, you know what I'm saying? They just expect superstars to handle themselves in a better manner, a better fashion. But if it was anybody else, even now, I ain't say Draymond because they quote unquote consider him a superstar. But if it had been even LaMelo Ball, like, bro, they wouldn't have cared about this.
It would have been over after 20 minutes.
I think the NBA was pressured to do that because everybody was like, "What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do?" So it was like, we'll just find 50,000. Something that's something small,
Pretty much a slap on the wrist.
Pretty much.
That's why Brooklyn didn't really do anything to him. They were like, "Okay, KD, don't
Here's
do
my
it again."
question.
Yeah, go ahead, hot dog.
What do they do with that money when someone gets fined? What do they do with that money?
I think it goes to charities. I don't know exactly which charity, but Jalen Rose brought up a good point. I really don't, mess with Jalen Rose like that because he kind of corny to me. But he does have a good point. He said in every NBA city when they get fined, when players get fines, they should donate that money to the schools in the city to get them better, books and better.
I agree.
He said because I think what they do is the NBA picks which charity they want to give it to, but if it's in a certain city, then they should give that money to the schools because it's going to a good cause, and where it's actually going to.
Right.
So that's and then
it's not going to the production of Space Jam 2.
I know the NFL gives it to charity. The NBA does too, but that's just like some old crazy charity. Not saying that it's crazy, but it's like something that doesn't affect the city of the player that's
is it legit?
Well, that too. That too. I don't think KD should have been fined. I think NBA should have just issued a warning and be like, "Hey, look, cool it down, chill out."
They should have smacked Michael Rapport around.
Well, I mean that too. But anyway,
bro, you can't tell me if you come into my personal inbox, you can't tell me how to respond.
Exactly. That's
what I said, Daniel. That's why I said any normal person, you only gonna take so many shots before you say something back. I don't care.
Right.
Like you ain't gonna keep letting somebody just talk to you crazy and you turn the other cheek. It's like, all right, bro, look, it's whatever. KD was talking about.
If somebody comes to your crib, you're not gonna be like, hold on, I'm in the NBA. Like you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Man, that's crazy. Speaking of that, real quick, and Hot Dog was talking about it. The Space Jam 2 trailer came out with the GOAT LeBron James over the weekend. So, Ralph, what was your thoughts? I know Hot Dog can't wait to talk about this, man.
Your mic here. Honestly, I wasn't too excited about it. Like I was saying to y'all earlier, I have not a problem, but I have an issue when they try to remake movies because it's kind of hard to meet the expectations of the first movie. And when you have the actual GOAT of the NBA in the first movie and you have LeBron in this, I'm not gonna go there, but I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't too excited about it. I will watch the movie, but we shall see. I wasn't too excited by the trailer.
What about you, Daniel? Man, what's your thoughts on the whole Space Jam 2 joint?
I agree with Ralph, especially when you try to. I mean, Bad Boys for Life ended up being pretty good, even though it was 18 years later. But usually when you go 20 plus years, you should just leave it alone. I mean, because the Coming to America 2 was awful.
Say it. I didn't want to bring it up, but say it. I did not like
and
it
of course, this trailer looked awful to me, and I'm just
Yeah.
looking at it from. I mean, everybody should know who Bugs Bunny is, but I'm just trying to think. If a kid's 5 years old, they might not even know what the the Looney Tunes are. You know what I mean? So
that's true.
Absolutely.
They could enjoy it, but the movie trailer doesn't look good at all.
No, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Hot Dog Cook, I'm gonna say, man, the movie looks dope. It looks like it's gonna bring an Academy Award. LeBron James should get what's the thing you get? You know what I'm saying?
A Golden Globe, an Academy Award,
all that. LeBron James deserves all of that, man. He's about to get one of those. Man.
Tell the truth, Q, because you all cap right now. All cap.
What was that horrible part in the trailer? He goes like, "What in the galaxy?" Something. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
I'm telling you, it's like Denzel, Will Smith.
Oh my God, you really believe that too? You really believe that?
Man,
you just got to take the movie for what it is, man. Like it's like okay, like it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? And like Daniel said, too much time has elapsed between the original and this one to where it's not gonna make sense to the little, like, we know, we get it, but 5 to 15-year-olds, they really like, all right, okay, cool. Like LeBron James was in Space Jam, and they not really gonna understand that it was created by Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So they not really gonna get, I forget who made the post. I'm not arguing when the movie comes out. Don't tag me nobody, and the whole movie was better. No,
oh my God.
I might just turn off my notifications when that happens. Bro.
As you should, because it's happening. It's gonna happen.
So I'm not doing this. But yeah, so Hot Dog, what's your thoughts on the whole Space Jam 2 thing?
First of all, I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna tell you what my son said. So I showed my son the trailer. He looked at me and said, "This movie would be a whole lot better if Steph Curry was the lead character." That's first one. That's first one. Them kids love Steph Curry. Let me tell you.
Hold on. Although that might be a better statement for real with Steph Curry if you had somebody like him, because he's somebody that the kids do kind of, because LeBron is more our generation, you know what I'm saying? Steph is like the generation behind us. Yeah. So that does kind of make sense though. I'll give him that.
But my son is a Lakers fan. I mean, my son is a Lakers fan.
But so he's not a LeBron fan.
Exactly.
No, but he's not a LeBron fan.
Because he's a smart man. He's a smart man.
My kid's confused when it comes to sports. He really is. He's a Cowboys fan, but he likes the UK. He's a very confused child.
Come on, bro. Don't be disrespectful.
He's very confused. But anyway, let me get back to my part of the movie. So I'm watching the trailer. I'm getting excited for it. I'm seeing LeBron talking to his son, being mean to his son. I don't know why he'd be mean to his kid. That's here or there. You go in the elevator and he gets some.
Don Cheadle.
Oh man, we lost Hot Dog.
Oh no, I'm back. Sorry, I got a phone call. But man, you get summoned by Don Cheadle.
That's hilarious.
That's weak. That's weak. Number two, I thought it was pretty cool when he got down to what he say? What's it called? Their world, Toon World, or whatever it's called. He's like a little animated version of himself. He blows himself up and he turns all big. I thought that was funny. But man, come on, like he's up there trying to think of all these characters he could think of: Iron Giant, Superman, all this. Man, he act like he recruiting villains and superheroes. Come on, LeBron. This is Toon World, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. Lola, but come on, man, and then
ballers,
and then we get to the team they're playing. They're not playing the Monstars.
Can't hear you, Q.
My bad. Go ahead, Hot Dog. Now go ahead.
They're not playing the Monstars.
I know.
They're playing the Goon Squad.
Yeah,
bro, that sounds like a third string All NBA team to me. And
Goon Squad. Oh, can't hear you, Hot Dog.
Can't hear Hot Dog.
Can't hear you.
God bless.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry, guys. I keep getting phone calls. I got this surgery. Everybody's worried about me. I'm home by myself right now. I apologize. So it's Dame Lillard, Klay Thompson, Diana Taurasi, and who's the other one?
Who is the one?
Who's the other one?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. Okay, so he's got one. So he's got a solid team. But man, the first one had Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley.
Come on,
man. So the Goon Squad's not as good as the Monstars already. Mm-mm. LeBron should have his way again.
Sean Bradley.
LeBron should have his way with the Goon Squad. But my thing is, here's my question. I'm sorry, I'm almost done. I promise. So my question is, who's going to be the celebrity that comes down and helps LeBron to win the game?
Shannon Sharp.
Uncle Shay.
That'd be perfect. That's who it needs to be.
That would be all right. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm excited for the movie. I'm excited to take my son to see it because he loves the original. He said he wants to see them, though it's LeBron with the lead. But it's not gonna be as good as the original. I mean, you got the Monstars against the Goon Squad. You got Don Cheadle summoning you against Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes Squad. You got to have the secret sauce in there, man. That made it all come together in the first time around. I'm excited. I'm excited for it, for real. I can't wait to see it.
But before we continue, We got a special guest that's about to hop on here. It's not who y'all think it is. I know it's like, oh, Gransbury come up in this joint.
I love Gransbury. Where my baby at?
We got man. She's working so much. You know, she's an attorney, so she got so much that she got to do right now. So she ain't.
I understand.
But we got Motorboat Jones in the field.
Jimmy G's in the building.
Jones, where your hair at, man? You look like a low-level pimp in Louisville. Look at you.
He said low level.
Look at him. Look at his jacket. How many wolves did you kill for that, bro?
New look, new me, man. I felt like I had to come over here and bless y'all, man.
Oh, dear. Man. For what?
Was babbling about so much foolishness. I was telling you to cut this mic off.
Man, I was just giving y'all a recap of the preview.
A recap of what you was talking about. You don't know what you was talking about. You know what you was talking about.
All I know is Jimmy Garoppolo just got traded for an order of large fries from Burger King.
Like Ronald
That's all I know.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to that Versus now. Don't tell me I look at Ronald Isley. I may go out here and try to get me an old 20-year-old now.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get you one.
Jones, Andrew called you Mr. Best Backcourt in the nation himself. You want to address this UK best backcourt in the nation?
Oh, God. Andrew, why did you do that?
Jones, thank you for finally coming on here. I have to deal with all this UK hate by myself. Thank you.
Somebody please explain to me who has a better backcourt than UK next year with Davion Mintz coming back.
We don't know.
Frederick Douglass.
We don't know.
Boy transferred. Didn't he ask you?
He's not a problem. We are not worried about that.
We have a 6-year senior.
Come on.
We have a 6-year senior. Then we have.
I'm gonna take a nap. Q, if you don't mind.
Kid from Davidson who averaged 17, who shoots 40% from three.
Talk.
A 5th-year senior and a 6-year senior, both been starting for 4 years. Tell me a backcourt better. And Andrew,
all I heard about was all these grad transfers y'all had coming in, and ain't none of them worth a crap. Did y'all win more than 5 games this year?
We did.
What? How many y'all win? 6?
9.
Nobody has a better backcourt next year. That's all. Nobody.
I don't know because all these players be busts, so I don't even know.
Dude, average 17 for 4 years. It's not a bust. How can you be a bust?
Wait. Playing for who?
Davidson.
And they play against who?
They played against UK when he was a freshman.
Oh, when he was a freshman, he probably wouldn't get no clock.
What do you mean? Average 17 for 4 years in college. You're not a bust. Averaging 17 years, 4 years.
So you might be averaging 20, 24 senior year. I don't know how you know how math works, but if it's a 17 average over 4 years, he probably got most of those numbers sophomore, junior year, senior year when he weren't playing teams like UK.
Your input doesn't count. You had
Thank you.
Your favorite team.
I had what?
Beating your favorite team in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
Man, listen to me. This is a professional sports show where biasism does not come into effect. I don't know why we got Pimp Daddy Jones on my show. I don't know why. I'm telling you, Q, you didn't ask my permission.
I didn't ask your permission. I'm sorry, sir. I do apologize.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, nephew Q.
I do apologize.
Hubert Davis, People's Choice, terrible hire, Q. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that one.
All right, Jones. Now we agree on something. I think they should have called Mark Few, in my opinion.
I look forward to
y'all did hire Davis.
I look forward to beating the hell out of y'all for the next year.
So since Jones brought that up, in case anybody didn't know, Hubert Davis just got hired on as the next head coach of the UNC Tar Heels. He was sitting behind Roy Williams for the past 9 seasons. He just got appointed today.
I got more head coach experience than him.
But the thing is, Jones. The thing about that is, Jones, y'all head coach has gotten y'all how many titles?
And that's not the point.
1.
Oh, okay.
1.
I'm saying, listen, he's the people's choice. I get it. He's been there, but he has no head coaching experience.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick, Jones. How much head coaching experience does Steve Nash have?
None.
Okay, so this whole not having no head coach experience ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Kevin Durant over there. Do y'all got Kevin Durant on the side?
We sure damn do.
But to Steve Nash's credit, he does have Mike D'Antonio sitting right beside him in his ear.
But the thing about that is, hot dog, is that we don't need a Kevin Durant to beat UK. I mean, we did that last year without a Kevin Durant, so we don't need him.
listen, I guess it's good for the people. What system is he gonna run? Roy's system? That's the only system he knows, right?
We're gonna run the same system to beat y'all. That's what we're gonna run.
But Q, my concern is with North Carolina is a blue blood. They're a top 5 program of all time. You can put them in wherever you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
5.
You really had your choice of whoever you wanted.
Was this the best? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. You
hold
on.
On. Y'all are assuming that Mark Few would leave. Y'all are assuming that all these coaches would leave. So
not just saying Mark Few, man.
I mean,
saying,
y'all didn't leave the door open long enough.
Y'all didn't even give anybody a chance to come in and interview.
For what?
I know.
For what?
Hey, look. None of y'all are UK football fans. Maybe Jones is,
No,
but hey, Jones, this reminds me of when Joker Phillips got the job at UK. That's what it reminds me of.
That's a good point, Ralph.
Reminds me of.
That is a horrible point because Joker Phillips was horrible coming into the UK coaching job.
What is Davis?
And on top of that, what has UK football ever done for anybody to be expecting?
It's not even about that, Q. I'm just comparing the hires. It's like because he sat on the bench for however many years doesn't mean he deserves the job.
Let me ask you this: who was Mark Few before he got Gonzaga's job?
I didn't say Mark Few.
Nobody.
Hot Dog said Mark Few.
So that's my point. So we don't know what these coaches can or cannot do until we give them a chance, right?
But bro, leave the door open long enough to see.
Oh, what?
Okay.
But wait a minute. Wait, Q. Okay. There's a huge difference between when Mark Few got to Gonzaga and what Hubert Davis is walking into now. There's a huge difference. Bro, I didn't know Gonzaga was back in 2000.
That's true.
Nobody knew. There's a huge difference.
That's true.
Teams like Gonzaga.
Proven.
Hey, Motorboat, I'm talking, you wait. My point is, Gonzaga could do things like that back then. They could have gave some nobody a chance. North Carolina is not in that position. Look at UK. They made a horrible hire with Billy Gillespie. They knew they had to hit it out of the park. They knew, and they did with John Calipari. Now North Carolina losing.
They're trying to run him out now, though.
Exactly. That's my point. I was just saying.
But my point is, North Carolina just lost the second greatest coach they've had in their history behind Dean Smith. Some would argue Roy's right there with Dean. But it's
a lot of prestige that leaves with.
So my point
is they could have hired someone better. Much better.
You're gonna be coming behind Dean Smith and Roy Williams anyway. So regardless of who it is, you're gonna have big shoes to fill. It could be Mark Few. He's still gonna have big shoes to fill.
But you could have brought in Mark Few. You could have brought in a Tony Bennett. You could have brought in a Brad Stevens.
So Daniel, y'all play in the conference.
You don't want
I don't know who Wes Miller is.
Wes Miller.
Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead, Daniel.
First, I'm guessing that's what I'm gonna. Any North Carolina, I know when I said Hubert Davis wanted to doubt me, so I'm assuming they didn't want the guy. I made the joke. Pete will tell you. I said, "Well, y'all's next coach is Hubert Davis, so I love us for the next 10 years." Meaning, I love him. So that tells you how I feel about the hire.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, I get it. He's a player.
I like it too.
Roy's system was I'm not going to get the top guard in the country. The last time he didn't pan out. Not necessarily little, but
Kobe White. Kobe
White was good.
Kobe White was dope, but it's not him. It was a guy that was better than him in high school. No.
Seventh Woods.
What?
I have to look it up, bro. Once I bring him up and you look at the highlight tape, he had all the hype, and he ended up being like a 3-year guy or something. He only played for like 3 years. But anyway, Roy Williams gets all these big guys. They crash the boards, and that's his system. So unless Hubert Davis is going to do that, I don't know what he's going to do because that's what North Carolina's been doing for the last 10 years.
He's going to run the same system and lose just as much as Roy Williams been losing now.
But the crazy thing about that, Jones, is Roy Williams left North Carolina with 2 titles. So how's that losing?
I'm talking about right now.
I'm sorry, Hot Dog, 3 titles.
I'm talking about.
Hey, don't forget one of those. One of those is Luke May's shot against UK in the Elite Eight.
I'll put it like this. I'll sum it up real quick before we move on to the next subject. Everybody except for Daniel has kids, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet my kids have seen my team win more national titles than anybody else's kids on here.
But that doesn't make the Hubert Davis hire any better.
So, moving on to the next topic.
But wait, I got one more thing to say. I want to address Daniel real quick. Daniel, you brought up the Hubert Davis hire.
Yo.
Now, North Carolina fans can say the same because I'm telling you right now, Duke's next coach, his name is John Shire. And he ain't got no experience either.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me ask you this real quick, Daniel, before we move to the next topic. How many more years does Coach K have? I think he got 2 to 3. What do you think?
I say 2 to 3 of myself.
I say next year.
I know it's 4. I know it's 4 or less for sure.
I say 4 or 5.
You gotta at least give your family 5 years of your time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your whole
Yeah.
Right.
And he ain't got too many left. I don't know. He might live to be 100. He seems like he's holding on pretty good.
I don't know.
Hey, he got that Jerry Jones thing going on, man. They don't age.
These past 2 years done really aged him.
Oh, no, bro. It looked like the season y'all just had, Daniel. It aged him a little bit, bro.
Aged him a lot. I say next year.
Y'all see Coach Cal out there?
Season next year's his last year, man.
Yeah. Coach Cal looked bad too. Coach Cal looked like he's at 85 right now.
Oh, bro. If you go back and look at Cal when he got here and Cal now, he looks awful.
Oh, yeah, he look like the crypt keeper now.
Yeah, he's a little bigger. Yeah,
he lost. He
got him turned all his hair gray.
He's eating good, man.
It's a tough job to take, man.
It is, man. UK, I think UK is probably the most stressful job in college basketball.
All these UK fans.
I would say Duke, North Carolina.
No, it's UK.
I think UK's expectation to win is higher than Duke, North Carolina, and any other blue blood, man.
Is that more about the fan base, or is that like actual expectation? I think it's more the fan base.
The fan base.
For sure.
I would say that too because
go ahead, Dan.
There's no pro team. I was gonna say because there's no pro sports, so they put so much more of a spotlight on UK. You got to do all this extra stuff for all the UK fans outside of basketball in the off season and everything else.
But
Coach K don't have to do.
Calling the shots. He's calling the shots.
Yeah.
He's living.
He ain't got no worries for real. He wants the success. He needs the success as far as numbers.
He goes to the lot. He picks out his own car. He never pays for food at a restaurant. I don't think he's paid for nothing since he's been at UK.
As he shouldn't.
I mean, all his money just goes to the bank and stack. He pays for nothing. He's okay.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be out in 2 to 3 years too. Let y'all not make a final four.
Oh, yeah.
Let y'all not make a final four run in the next 3 years, and I bet you they be calling for his job.
I would say
already
now,
said
if we have a season like we had this year,
he's got some seat at the table to pick a next coach and be some kind of advisor. He's set for life.
If we have another season like this year, he's gone next year, and I'm booking it.
I like what he did though, man. He's finally.
Hey man, UK's so bad right now. Rick Pitino said he'd never come back.
Man, be quiet. Hey man.
Hey, Rick Pitino trying to rat off in the sunset in New York, man. I don't blame him. He's back home in New York. He's kind of like, you remember that movie Blue Chips? Dude went and coached a small team, and that's where he retired and wanted to do. That's kind of what Pitino's doing right now, man.
Sean Garrett, he said at least Matt goes to Rooster. I think he meant roster, my guy. I'm almost spell check that.
Hey,
over the weekend, it was a crazy game between UCLA and Gonzaga that caused a lot of controversy. Jalen Suggs did pretty much a half court 3-pointer to win the game in overtime. I'm about to play this clip right here, and we will discuss it.
The look you wanted. Absolutely. Good job screening out again. Bruins with a shot to tie it or win it. With 12 seconds. Zang. Again with the ball in his hands. In the paint. Floater. Short. Got it back. Ties it with 3. Gonzaga has time to do something. Zags for the win. Oh, yes. Unbelievable.
Man, that was Jalen Suggs pretty much pulling up from half court to win the game in overtime. Daniel, was there anything UCLA could have done to prevent Jalen Suggs from getting a good look at the basket? Daniel?
They could have denied him the ball. That would have been my first thing. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. You good?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
My first would have been denying him the ball. I mean, he's the go-to guy. Okay, cool. Yeah, my first thing would have been denying him the ball. Secondly, you could have turned him. I just think that it was a hell of a shot. In that moment, the game is tied. You actually was lucky to tie the game because he missed the shot that he wanted. Zhuzang did. He got the offensive rebound, put it back. So I just really think that they were content with going to overtime and seeing how the chips fell. I would rather lose off of a 40-foot bank shot three than me foul him and he goes to the free throw line and shoots 2 free throws to beat me. And I think that's what they were thinking. He just made a tough shot. I get it, Vance in the group saying how they should do this and did that. But in the moment, you also got to think. You're thinking from a 37-year-old mind, not
Absolutely.
a 19-year-old mind. So
Absolutely.
I just think you can't really judge it when you play the amount of basketball that some of us have played versus them.
Absolutely.
I'm judging them. I don't care.
I'm
I don't care. I'm judging.
I'm with you. I'm judging.
Go ahead, Motorboat Jones.
I'm judging too, man. One thing we learn always is play to the final buzzer. You learn that when you in youth sports. Play to the end of the buzzer. It ain't about being 37. Somebody should at least try to turn the guy. I ain't saying press up on him, but somebody should at least, if they would have turned him one time, then the result would have been different. And with UCLA,
What if you foul? What if you foul him
no
though?
foul. I mean, that's what I
You
said.
could trip him. You could accidentally trip him. You can accidentally trip him. Free throws.
Press up on him hard, but he just dribbled all the way. He didn't have a defender near him. Nobody even close to him.
Yeah.
And for UCLA, what they done been through to get where they at, I can't believe they had a letdown like it. I get it, time of the moment, but the longer
Was it a letdown?
I mean, just the longer the game goes on, the more in favor UCLA and gave them hope. And it seems like at that last little second, they just got content, and they ain't been content all tournament. They've been playing hard from start to finish the whole tournament. Just one little letdown, man. But they still had a good season. But somebody should have stepped up, turned him, or at least try to deny the inbounds pass instead of standing around.
Man, I agree with you. I'm not saying that they should immediately, because if I'm not mistaken, UCLA had no more timeouts, so they couldn't set up a press. So, like Jones said, in that type of situation, you automatically, as soon as they score, what do? You grab your man. I got him. Who you get? You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Hot Dog's favorite play. I can't think of that damn name. Timmy. He the ball out the net quick, got it to Suggs quick. So I get it. Like you had, but like Jones said, the first closest defender was already just sitting at half court. He wasn't even doing nothing. And then he started backpedaling as Jalen Suggs was coming at him. And then once Jalen Suggs got past half court and he seen he was about to shoot, then he lunged at him. But it's like, bro,
it's too late.
I understand. Like, don't even like try to touch him. Like, play defense and put your hands down and like just turn him. Like Jones said, just make it as difficult as possible. If you make the shot still, hey man, you got to tip your hat. Hey, bro, you just hit the dope ass shot. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Yep. But my whole thing was at least make him move so it takes more time off the clock so he can't get to at least half court. So then it's got to be a shot behind half court versus in front of half court where you got a better look at it. But Ralph, man, what's your thoughts on the finish of the game?
I mean, I think y'all making great points. I think what Daniel said, I think he made some key points as far as the age, the moment. Yeah. I mean, we all can say what should have happened, what we would have done, but what would you really have done in that moment? So, and for me, we have to look at Suggs hadn't shot very well from the three. Even in that game, I think that was his first three that he had hit in the game. So even if he took the shot, I think they were thinking he was probably going to miss it. Like you said, they could have turned him. They could have played a little bit tighter on him, but it was at the end of the day, it was a hell of a shot.
It was.
It was damn near a half-court shot that he hit.
And it was a banker.
And it was a banker. He couldn't call that if he wanted to. So
he couldn't call it at all.
Man, it was a hell of a shot. That's all I'm going to say. It was a hell of a shot.
It was a great game, man.
It was a great game. And one last thing. I said this before. As a UK fan, to see that man Niang, whatever his name, Juzang. I'm sorry. But to see him out there balling the way that he did, and the fact that he probably should have been on our roster this year, I'll leave it at that. But shout out to him because he balled his ass off.
Man. Shout out to Quickly and Maxey. They made that guy better. You playing against NBA players every day.
Man, he balled his ass off in the tournament.
He scored the second most points for a UCLA player in the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely, bro.
The only person that he didn't score more points was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That should just
and we couldn't. Hey, y'all, and we couldn't get a bucket this year, and he's out here getting buckets with ease.
He's a walking bucket.
I think Cal would have used him a lot this year.
He had no choice.
He had no choice.
But when you think about it, Higgins was a great defensive guard. He's going against Higgins in practice. He was going against Maxey and Quickly, and we see what they're doing in the league. Yeah. He takes that motivation of playing behind them guys over to UCLA, man.
Hey, man. He balled, bro. He balled.
What y'all want to, Coach Cal?
Man,
he
help him out.
He was not the player at UK that y'all see UCLA because Cal would have used him wrong. So I don't think it would have been the player.
And that's part of the reason why he left.
You really can't say that because you got to think when Jamal Murray was playing, the ball was always in his hands going to him. The same way with Malik Monk. So it's not like Cal does it. Cal ain't all about feeding that one guy and letting him beat the ball in the score.
No, but this is the thing, though, Jones. This is the thing. I'm gonna let you cook hot dog. But the thing is that, in my opinion, y'all UK fans, y'all let me know. It seems like Cal will feature who he thinks will be future lottery picks versus guys who actually deserve to get the shots and the time during the game.
Talk.
I mean, but what about what's his name? SKA. What is it?
Shaq Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was not the guy. Quade Green was the guy.
But he turned into the guy.
He ended up being the guy.
But he had no choice but to be the guy because we were struggling.
Billy Donovan.
But you understand, he wasn't the guy.
So basically, Jones, what you're saying is that Coach Cal doesn't develop players. That's basically what you're saying.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Don't fall into the trap, Jones.
Exactly what I'm saying is some guys come in and they plan to be the guy, but Calipari will change.
Okay.
Quade Green was the guy.
Name me the player that Coach Cal's developed. What player has Coach Cal developed?
Not even that, Q. Who was the guy this year?
PJ Washington.
Who was the guy this year?
Mercy. This boy said PJ. Hot dog, go ahead, man. What's your thoughts on the UCLA?
First of all, I'm gonna get wanted signs for PJ Washington. I know that guy is.
Oh my God. He said
PJ
Washington.
Number two, I really was hoping you'd show the clip of the offensive foul that Juzang got before, maybe 45 seconds before then, because I thought that was a very questionable call.
It was.
Against Juzang. I thought that was the clip you were going to show. Man, it was just bad defense on UCLA's part. And to me, in my opinion, UCLA shouldn't have been there. Michigan State choked in that first four game. They choked so bad.
Who said that?
Who is that?
Sean Gertz.
Sean
Deal with it, Sean.
I'm so tired of UK and the UK fans. This is not the first time we've seen a player who used to play at UK shine somewhere else. Charles Matthews went to Michigan, took them to the championship game.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
But man, shout out to Jalen Suggs, man. The second greatest shot we've seen. The second greatest shot we've seen in the Final Four by the Chris Jenkins shot over North Carolina in the championship game. This is the second greatest shot I've seen in the Final Four, man. Sorry, Q, I had to do it to you. But anyway, I just think UCLA grinded the whole season. I think they kind of took it at the end. They kind of let off the gas a little bit. It is what it is. Gonzaga was, in my opinion, it's destiny. Gonzaga to win the championship all year, and that kind of proved my point a little more.
Baylor,
man, shut up, man.
You just act like you didn't see Baylor.
Listen to me. Listen to me, man.
Washington.
First of all, Houston ain't beat nobody all year. Second of all, I just watched a movie. I just watched a movie, and it reminded me of you, Jones. You ever seen a movie called Dolomite? Why you look like that guy? No, you Dolomite. You Dolomite. Hey, Q, can you change his name on here to Dolomite? I don't know if you get that power.
I'm gonna try to. Of course, Sean Gertz, the crowd that y'all talking about, he said it was a great game.
Oh my God, no!
A ref.
John, we've never heard you say a ref made a bad call. We've never heard it.
Never.
Way to go, bro.
You never will, Daniel. You never will hear him.
Never will hear him say he made a bad call. No ref made a bad call.
Let Sean tell it. Every ref's a game great. There's all great calls. There was no missed calls.
He was logged off. Everything correct. He says it's a bad call. He was logged off.
Look, it's a shot. Look, when the Rams went to the Super Bowl, Sean Gurton said the call at the end of the game was a great call against the Saints in the NFC
Oh my
Championship.
God, he's a troll.
That goes to show you, man.
Yeah, he's a troll. Like Hot Dog said, he's a troll. Yeah.
That was the worst missed call in NFL history.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry,
Hold on,
Dan.
hold
You
on.
know
He
it's
said
true.
the foul count was 8-9 in the second half. And
What does that mean?
What does
Let
that
him get
mean?
his ref numbers. What does that mean?
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
So he said, so my guy says if the foul count for both teams is close to equal, then they call a great game. Come on,
man,
bro.
real
Hey,
Q.
that's why I
But
learned
Q,
I don't talk to
Can you
referees
find
no
that?
more.
Can you find that
So
charge
extra
call into the
foul
game,
count.
man? Can you
And
find
that
that?
Oh my
straight out
God.
of her.
I gotta find it real quick, man. If I can,
Yeah.
real quick.
He's hilarious, bro.
I can't stand it.
If the foul disparity is close, that means it was a great
Golly,
game.
man.
You
Oh,
right.
man.
You
So,
right.
so if the foul count's 99, you can just start just running around just smacking the hell out of people. Just smack the shit out of somebody. Pull them right out the earth. Foul count's 99. I'm pulling somebody out the earth.
Sean Gurton, I challenge you, Sean Gurton, in tonight's matchup to post tomorrow of a call that you think was questionable. I dare you.
There will not be one.
There won't be one.
There's never a question.
I dare you, man. But let me. I can't find the hot dog. But before I get out of here, before we get out of here, I should say I'm gonna put this up here real quick, man. And again, shout out to Drew. It looks like he's going to run the game. Pick'em challenge. He's going to be on the show next week as a guest. It looks like he's leading with 1,120 points, and he has Gonzaga to win. So, and his brother's in second place. So it looks like either way it goes, one of the
Is his brother a Philly fan? That's all I need to know.
If he is, he ain't coming on here.
Yeah, he is.
Drew got lucky, man.
Fly, Eagle, fly.
Somebody filled out Drew's bracket. Drew didn't fill that out. I promise you, Drew didn't fill it out. He is not that smart. He's not that bright.
The craziest thing is, Drew, he must have used that same bracket for his work pool because he's winning in his work pool too. So he's probably winning.
Oh, okay, so still was fan.
Oh, God, no, it's even worse. He definitely coming on here.
Tell me,
okay.
So you mean to tell me Drew done went on the computer and simulated the bracket? He done simulated somebody's bracket. He didn't do that. Tell me the website you simulate brackets on.
What you say, Jones? He just went in there and just hit simulate the whole thing.
Simulate the bracket. He didn't do it. Ain't no way.
They gave my guy the best picks out of 1,000 simulations.
Hey man, nah, bro, he called Dr. Strange for his bracket.
Oh man,
let him be great, man. Let him be great.
Man. So it looks like he's gonna be on the show next week, and I already know what. Like I said earlier, I already know what he's gonna talk about. He's gonna want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets because I'm gonna let them pick a topic that they want to talk about. So just be prepared to
talk about Philly. Let's talk about Philly.
What? Why?
Let's talk. Jones, I got a question for you.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Why do you love Jimmy G so much? And will Jimmy G be the quarterback of San Francisco to start the season?
We don't know, and the answer is no.
Jimmy G's a winner. He's
a
winner.
My God.
He's a proven winner. But he won't be the quarterback for us next year.
That's what I like to hear.
He gets hurt too much, man.
So get rid of him.
Y'all ready for Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0, Mac Jones?
We're getting Lance. Hold
on. Before we get out of here, Chris Jones, how you gonna say he's a winner, but he won't even be y'all starter? Like, what this is that even make, bro?
He hurts too much. He gets hurt. We're getting Lance. We're going with the
bro. You are the only person I know that likes Jimmy Garoppolo, bro.
And for good reason.
Young kid Lance. We're going with the young kid Lance.
Y'all going with Mac Jones. Hey, your boy loves Mac.
Lance, man.
Shanahan loves Mac. I'm telling you.
Not Mac, man. We're going with the young kid.
Yeah, don't get Mac, but
I think I'm going to tell y'all like I said about North Carolina and Hubert Davis. If y'all take Mac Jones, I love the Rams for the next 5 years.
Hey, Ralph, what position y'all at? Where y'all drafting at? You know off the top of your head?
They're number 9. Number 9. They're right ahead of us.
Matthew Stafford.
We need a quarterback, but
that's why I asked. I was wondering if a quarterback was going to fall to y'all at 9.
I hope Justin Fields. I'm a fan of Justin Fields.
I hope Ralph, I hope y'all pick Justin Fields so I can come on here and talk smack to you next 5-10 years.
That's fine.
Has any OSU quarterback ever done anything in the NFL?
Never.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Don't start with that disrespect. Don't start that.
I'm just being honest.
Hold on. Who said keep the Eagles? That was probably Sean that said keep the Eagles.
He's so embarrassed by what he's saying, he don't let his name pop up here.
That's because he's a rep.
Anonymous.
He don't want nobody to know.
You gotta say anonymous.
That's his burner account.
Yeah.
When it's NCAA tournament, man, we'll see him next week.
And Ike said there's only one person on the panel who has a good NFL team. Y'all already know who that
That's
is.
me.
Hey, we didn't talk about it though. This is breaking news. How y'all feel about weak old boy from the Jets going to Carolina?
Sam Darnold.
I think Darnold's legit. He just never did have no help in it when he played in New York. I think he's gonna be all right.
Shanahan wanted him too, by the way.
But his number one receiver was his number one in New York.
I mean, but he didn't have no line. He got beat up for all them years, man. He's gonna be all right.
I like Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold, man.
So is Teddy done? Is Bridgewater done?
I seen the report that they were already trying to move him, but I'm like, okay, who's going to trade for Teddy?
Hey, the 49ers were trying to get Teddy.
No, the Cowboys need him.
Well, they said
no, they don't.
We got our guy.
Yeah, they got that sold up.
Hold on, real quick. What you about to say, Dan, before we get out of here?
I was saying they said Teddy Bridgewater was out there half the time. He was out there calling his own plays and shit. So that relationship wasn't going to work out. Like they would give him plays, and he would get out there and call something he wanted to run. So
that makes sense.
Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why he thinks it's not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the only one that can do it. I don't know who Teddy think he is.
Who's Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers should have did that instead of kicking that field goal.
Right.
Yeah. We don't even want to start.
He should have pulled a Shane Falco and faked the field goal.
We can really get on out of here. We appreciate everybody who tuned in for another great show.
Hey, Dolomite, man, I'm happy you're on here, man. I missed you, man.
I know, Jones.
I woke up.
Jones, you got on a fur? Is that a meat?
That's why he keeps calling him a pimp.
Yeah, man.
He got on a what?
It's too damn hot to have on the fur. I'm
going to say 70 degrees outside, and you got on a fur coat hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
I've never seen a fur coat hoodie before.
It's not.
That's how you know he's a cool ass nigga.
You all like to say cool, man, out here.
Oh, man. Only dude I know who can wear a fur hoodie when it's 70 outside and still not sweating, boy.
He ain't sweating at all.
This dude I know. But anyways, man, we get ready to get on up out of here. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. You can always catch previous shows on the YouTube channel, KY Beyond the Game. If you can't sit down and watch the show, you can always listen to it on all major podcast streaming platforms. We get ready to get out of this thing. And as always, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. Before we do, I said Jerome for Martin. But put that up there. Real quick, we get ready to get on up at this thing. We holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Peace, man.
Comments.